This week, the Senate Democratic leaders released an omnibus spending bill. The 1,900-page bill includes 12 spending measures that normally would be considered and passed separately, and usually by October the 1st. None of those bills came up this year. This massive piece of legislation contains unsustainable spending and new programs and new policy that ought to be debated in the regular course of business like appropriation bills are done most years. This big bill ignores the point of the last election, where most of us heard from the voters that they're tired of Congress's overspending. We need to intervene immediately and focus on that deficit spending. Washington can't continue to operate this way, and it's pretty clear that not everybody heard the message from the grassroots that was spoken loud through the voters in the last election. On top of the spending spree, there's a good deal of new policy and programs that we're seeing for the first time in this big bill. The Democratic leaders are attempting to circumvent the normal legislative process and push this spending measure through before the Christmas holiday. These new programs and policies ought to be debated through the committee process to see if they're even worthy of taxpayers' money. Pushing a $1 2/10 trillion bill through the Senate at the last minute is a very bad way to manage the taxpayer's checkbook. We can't disregard the results of the election and the message sent by voters across the country. The election ought to make a difference, and the new Congress should put its imprint on spending.